You're watching Chicago's leader in high school sports coverage. This is CN100.
Maine South is a terrific bunch of guys over there, great staff. They've helped us so much over here. When we first got started with this spread offense, they opened up their playbook to us. Their coaches sat down and went over things with us and helped us out.
We used to scrimmage against each other in the off-season, 7-on-7, and we did that since probably 2004, 2005, learning from each other, sharing with each other. Now for the last 2 years, we're going to play each other.
Offensive and defensive fronts are going to be a big key to the game. And I think the team that really controls the line of scrimmage is usually the team, mostly, that wins the game.
We have to control making plays when plays need to be made. That sounds simple, but when it comes to a big play, whether it's third down and long, third down and short, offensively or defensively, we've got to be able to stop them, convert on those type of situations.
We feel very comfortable being a part of that game. Week one, big game, and it's very competitive, and yet at the same time, the teams really respect each other.
I think it's going to be a sellout. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be hot and warm like it should be this time of year.
Two really good teams collide. They both want something really bad.
This is a playoff game. This is lose or go home. That's the mentality you have to have.
The Comcast Network proudly presents the CN100 Game of the Week. Tonight, it's our season opener, and what an amazing matchup we have in store for you. The high-flying Hawks of Maine South playing host to the mighty Montini Broncos. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Park Ridge and Wilson Field on the campus of Maine South High School. It is our season opener here on the Comcast Network alongside my partner, John Cohn. Mark Kruger, delighted to have you with us here tonight. Both of these two teams with 5 state titles under their respective belts, and you talk about two of the more prolific offenses year in and year out in the state of Illinois. Look no further than Maine South and Montini. And John, not a bad opening act here tonight.
Yeah, we're not exactly easing into the season, are we? A tremendous first-round matchup. You got to give credit to both these schools for scheduling such tough opponents, so that's a credit to them. Should be a great matchup. Hope everybody had a great summer out there. Looking forward to a tremendous high school season. I'm just glad, Mark, they're bringing a couple of old guys like us back to do another season of the games. Always enjoy it.
Hey, how about these Montini Broncos a year ago looking for their 5th straight title? They made it all the way to the 5A title game, came up a little bit short to Sacred Heart Griffin, so perhaps that's a little bit of a motivational factor to start a new streak this year.
Yeah, for most teams, finishing second in state would be a tremendous season. For Montini, second place, a little bit of a disappointment. They got to rebuild a little bit. Lost 9 or 10 starters from their defense, so it's a young, somewhat inexperienced team. 4 sophomores up on the varsity. They're going to start. We'll see how that inexperience does, but talented as always.
As far as the Hawks of Maine South, well, 9-3 a year ago. They made it all the way to the 8A quarterfinals, falling to the Loyola Ramblers. But, John, the 9 wins last year marked the first time in 7 years they haven't had double-digit wins in a season. So that means the bar is set pretty high here in Park Ridge.
Yeah, they've had an amazing lineage of consistent winning football, no question about it, under head coach Dave and Sarah and his staff. They're coming off that loss last year, 35-0 over Loyola. The juniors all gathered after that game, Mark, and they talked about what they're going to do for this year and build on that. So I expect to see a very motivated and, as always, talented Maine South Ball Club.
But I tell you what, the offensive line is getting it done so far here this first half.
One returner, big Tyler Bolger, the right guy.
Exactly. Oh, this one's picked off Michael Hollingshead. Hollingshead is in. 23-yard pick 6 for Michael Hollingshead. Well, they were fighting with fire, the Hawks, and finally a pick. This one by Michael Hollingshead, and Montini takes the lead for the first time tonight. Take another look.
Just badly. I don't know if it was a misread by the wide receiver, because it looked like Brian Collis was anticipating the receiver on a stop route. The receiver continued to go.
Yeah, that was Fahey. That was Justin Fahey coming out of the backfield, and Fahey wasn't even looking back, so a little miscommunication there. Now this time they run it on the ground. It's Fahey. Fahey looking for the end zone. Kind of got a push from Arenas, and he's in. 14-yard touchdown run by Justin Fahey, and hold everything, folks.
Watch the play right here. Good blocking at the point of attack. And right now, Fahey, there's just no way he is not getting the end zone. He uses all of his 193 pounds yards, and the Hawks are on the board, got the fans back in the game.
Leon Thornton, he's going to be gone. Leon is in. Touchdown, Leon Thornton. 52 yards on that little seam route, breaks a couple of tackles, and then puts on the afterburners. Look at 1, 2. Breaks 2 tackles and then forget it.
Some serious fast twitch muscle tibers going on with Leon Thornton, the third right there.
Second goal, under center. Collis is in, touchdown, Maine South. Clock stops with 2:31 to go. Take another look, Collis taking it himself. Good blocking up front, Sean Carlin, the left guard. Dan Rithamel, the center.
Carlin got the big block there, number 16. If they get the punt off clean and they cover clean, Montini should be in good shape, but you got to get a good snap right here.
Stephen Dennis is the punter. He's standing in his own 23. Moves off to his right. It's blocked! It's blocked! And it's going to be a touchdown! Number 60 on the block and the return. That's Davis Nealons, the 6'4" senior. Are you kidding me? Davis Nealons with the block on the punt.
Watching the replay. Davis Nealons comes in. Kicker had no chance. What he was trying to do was delay the clock.
Buy some time, right?
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy time. You just need to get rid of the football. And Davis Nealons makes him pay, picks up the football into the end zone. Again, he was one of their top sack men last year. He's a great pass rusher.
To view this exclusive Xfinity TV programming in its entirety, check the CN100 schedule for a list of airtimes, or view this program anytime on demand by selecting Get Local and choosing CN100.